Hey everybody, it's Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com here in San Diego, California. For all things Vespa, check us out on the web, ScooterWest.com. So I'll show you these two pretty cool and custom carbon fiber belt covers. You can see them right here. There's a rear half and a front half available as separate parts. And let's show how to install them. Real simple to install. All you need is an 8mm like shallow wall socket. So you could either have a T-handle like this or a 1/4-inch drive set with a long 8mm socket. So I'll show you those two parts. You find them on the Scooter West web store. All right, so the part numbers for these carbon fiber covers. So this is the one with the louvers on it. So 1A014720, which is the OEM part number. Then you add a dash CF, so pretty easy to find on the Scooter West web store. Pretty affordable products. They're real carbon fiber, as you can see. You can remove the mesh from the louvers if you like. That's completely up to you. And of course, the perfect addition to go with it is that replace that black plastic front cover of the belt cover. Part number on this is 1A014961 CF. Again, all real carbon fiber as well in that glossy finish. So let's get right to it. Let's get installed. Pretty straightforward. Not as straightforward as installing the original part because they are essentially cast from mold while the original parts are injection molded. So the fitments sometimes just needs a little TLC, and I'll show you how to go about doing that. All right, so this is my own personal bike. In a previous video, I showed putting the black one on. We have them in gloss black, matte black. This is a real painted finish right here. So it just depends on what look you're going for, but I put the carbon fiber one on there so you kind of see how that looks. And this is just a standard air scoop that's in black, like just standard plastic black. 8mm wrench, I'm just using one of these T-handles. Kind of works nice and quick. The only thing that's quicker maybe is a power tool. You got like a medium length screw. And then move on up here. I'm not removing the side skirt or the air box. Able to pull all these parts off without that. So at this point, the scoop is gonna wanna pull away. Pretty straightforward. And up here is the longer screw. So kind of just remember the medium screws on the lower part, longer screws up there. Then we have a short screw inside this cover right here. One back here, and one under here. And it also retains a clamp for the rear brake hose, so keep in mind that's going to probably drop as well. Carefully pull that cover off. And you wonder why they put a plastic cover on these modern scooters here. Is to meet the newer Euro 5 standards, they need to add the sound deadening foam. So these are a little quieter than the older models that just have all metal belt cover. So if you ran the scooter with just the metal, it'd be a little noisier, and I'll tell you the carbon fiber one's just slightly noisier as well because they do not have that sound deadening foam. If you go for the black one or a silver one, you get the sound deadening foam in there. So go ahead and set this part on there. And it may line up with everything. Sometimes you gotta move it around, so we're not gonna tighten anything. So take the longer screw, get that in there, and typically you just wanna get everything started. Especially with these reproduction, parts like this that are, produced out of a mold, versus a injection molded part. It's a little bit different how it's constructed, so get everything to line up. Just kind of work on it. And then at this point, sometimes you need to flex things around a little bit. So you can see I got to pull this tab up just ever so slightly for this kind of medium or shorter screws, I like to call it. And if you're still having difficulty with these fasteners, see, like this one, you got to just turn the wrench just so ever so slightly, kind of get it tightened down because it's a little closer quarters on the inside right there. And we got that tab in place. So it's all in place. Up to you. You could just put this stock air scoop with the filter and get that installed pretty much the same way. Kind of get the two screws, get it lined up. So there's an idea of how it looks with the plastic cover. But ideally, kind of want it all carbon, kind of give that cool look. It's got a couple less tabs, but this little filter right here will still fit in there just fine around those tabs. So you drop that on to those pegs. Of course, we have these filters available, spare parts if you ever need them. They eventually do deteriorate. You don't run them with any type of filter oil. Air filter's in place. Put the longer screw in the top. I just suggest setting it in there. The problem with these is the well is a little bit on the shallow side, so I kind of getting it started right there, and kind of just go ahead and aim it right for the hole and just get it started. You know, it's going to start catching the threads on the engine case. We're not going to go all the way in there, but once it starts, then we'll move on to the lower fastener and go from there. And again, sometimes you got to flex things around with these carbon fiber parts. And it's pretty important to use a thin wall socket, because the clearance is a little tighter with these carbon fiber pieces here. The perfect opportunity to also change your oil pan. You can go for the standard black oil pan. We also have the version with the sight glass that's been very popular. And then go ahead and tighten the rest of this one here. So, and there you have it. So there's the carbon fiber look. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you find that's a useful accessory to update your scooter. You're gonna cut grams off the weight, literally grams off the weight. It's gonna handle so much better with this carbon fiber, because scooters always handle better with carbon fiber on them. So until next time, Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com.